Clara pulled her rental car onto the dirt road, tires grinding against loose gravel. The farmland stretched endlessly, rows of corn swaying in the late evening breeze. Her GPS had cut out 5 miles back, but the anonymous letter in her passenger seat had been clear. The old farm is still yours. Come before harvest. She parked beside the sagging farmhouse, its white paint eaten away by time, shutters hanging like broken limbs. The air smelled of damp earth and manure, though no animals stirred. She grabbed her flashlight and stepped into the yard. The soil beneath her boots felt strangely soft, as if it had been freshly turned, though she knew the farm had been abandoned for over 30 years. Clara kept her torch shining across the cornfield. That's when she saw them figures, half hidden among the stalks. At first, she thought they were scarecrows, tied to posts. But one of them tilted its head, slowly, deliberately, toward her. The dry stalks whispered as more shapes shifted in the rows. And then, all at once, their stitched mouths curved into smiles. Heart pounding, Clara went back to her car. But when she tried to start it, for some unknown reason, the engine did not respond. Being afraid, Clara darted inside the farmhouse. Dust clung to the air, and the wooden floor groaned beneath her weight. Family portraits still hung crooked on the walls, their eyes dulled by grime. On the kitchen table lay a faded ledger, her grandfather's handwriting. Every page was filled with dates and names. Not crops, not livestock, just people. As she turned a page and froze. Her own name had been written at the bottom from outside. The rows rustled in perfect rhythm, as though the entire field breathed together. Then came the voice, low, steady, rolling across the farmland without wind. The soil remembers. The blood feeds us. Clara backed away from the window, clutching the ledger. A shadow passed across the glass. One of the figures stood just outside, head cocked at an impossible angle. Clara ran toward the barn, slamming the heavy doors behind her. Inside, the air was thick with mold and something sweeter rot. Moonlight leaked through slats, falling across dozens of burlap sacks hanging from the rafters. Some sacks were empty. Others bulged with straw. A few dripped something darker. When she stepped closer, she realized they weren't filled with straw at all. They were stuffed with bones, long, pale, and brittle. Then suddenly, the nearest sack twitched. The barn doors creaked open again, though she hadn't touched them. The figures from the field stepped inside, jerky, lurching, but purposeful. Getting close, Clara saw the truth beneath the burlap. Beneath the rags were faces, half rotted, with eyes sewn shut by twine. These weren't scarecrows. They were farmers, generations old, bound to the land. One reached out a straw-stuffed hand. Its voice was ragged but clear. The farm feeds, and the farm keeps. The ledger slipped from Clara's fingers, falling open to a fresh page. Ink bled across the paper, forming new letters. Clara Whitmore, harvested. The lantern light guttered and went out. Clara's scream was smothered as hands pulled her down, burlap scraping against her face, twine wrapping her mouth shut. The last thing she saw was the barn rafters rows of sacks swaying gently. As if in welcome by dawn, a new scarecrow stood at the edge of the cornfield. Its smile was too wide, and its stitched eyes still wet.